For centuries, ships sailing between the Atlantic and the Pacific had to go around South America. The journey was long, dangerous, and incredibly expensive. A shortcut across Central America would change global trade forever. That shortcut would become the Panama Canal. Panama is narrow, but its geography is brutal. Mountains, dense jungle, and heavy rain made construction almost impossible. This was not a desert or a plain. It was one of the most hostile environments on Earth. The Spanish were the first to dream of a canal. They explored Panama in the 1500s, but the technology did not exist. The idea was abandoned for centuries, but never forgotten. In the 1880s, the French tried to build the canal. They failed catastrophically. Tens of thousands died from malaria and yellow fever. The jungle defeated engineering. The United States took over the project in 1904. But first, Panama had to become independent from Colombia. With American support, a new country was born, and the canal could begin. The biggest enemy was not engineering, it was disease. American doctors drained swamps and killed mosquitoes. For the first time, humans defeated the jungle. The canal would not be sea level. Instead, massive locks would lift ships up and down like elevators. This solution changed everything. Gatun Lake became the heart of the canal. It was created by damming the Chagres River. At the time, it became the largest artificial lake on Earth. The lake flooded entire valleys and forests. Ships now sailed across a man-made sea deep inside the tropics. This single decision simplified the entire canal. Without Gatun Lake, the canal would have been impossible. More than 25,000 workers died building the canal. Most of them were from the Caribbean. Most of those who died were never remembered by name. Their lives were buried beneath the water, the concrete, and the jungle. But the canal still carries their story. The canal is an engineering wonder, but also a human tragedy. In August 1914, the Panama Canal finally opened. After decades of failure, disease, and human sacrifice, the dream became real. A ship sailed from the Atlantic to the Pacific in a single day. What once took weeks around South America now took hours. Oceans that had been separated for millions of years were finally connected. The canal quietly changed the balance of global trade. The Panama Canal is not a sea-level canal. Ships must be lifted 26 meters above sea level to cross the continent. This is done using a system of massive locks, giant water elevators for ships, lock chamber is closed by enormous steel gates. Water from Gatun Lake is released into the chamber. As the water level rises, the ship slowly rises with it. Once the ship reaches the correct height, the next gate opens. The process repeats again and again, step by step, until the ship reaches the lake. On the other side of Panama, the entire process happens in reverse. Ships are slowly lowered back down to sea level. No pumps are used. Gravity does all the work. This simple idea made the canal possible and changed engineering forever. The lock system was designed by American engineers. It was led by John Frank Stevens and later completed under George Washington Goethals. At the time, it was the largest concrete construction project in the world. Every gate, wall, and chamber was built to last for centuries. Inside the locks, ships are guided by electric locomotives known as mules. They do not pull the ships forward, they keep them perfectly centered. Steel cables connect the locomotives to the vessel, preventing any contact with the concrete walls. This system has been used for more than a century, with incredible precision and safety. These locomotives are so precise that a ship weighing over 100,000 tons can pass through the locks with just centimeters of clearance on each side. For decades, the canal was controlled by the United States. Panama was divided in two by a foreign power. Tension grew. In 1977, treaties were signed. In 1999, the canal finally returned to Panama. A century-long chapter closed. In 2016, the canal was expanded. New locks allowed giant ships to pass. The canal entered a new era. Today, over 5% of global trade passes through Panama. The canal is still one of the most important shortcuts on Earth. Climate change threatens the canal's future. Without water, the canal cannot operate. the next challenge has already begun.